Alrighty, our last example in transformations. We want to put all of that together with a graph. There is our fun graph, and we're going to apply the transformations you see right above it. So I'm going to do exactly what we've done in the earlier examples. I'm going to start by describing, I got cables, I don't know what's going on, describing the transformations in written form, like that. All right. So the x plus 1 on the inside, shift to the left, 1. The next thing that we'll do is the negative out front, upside down, reflect about the x-axis, and the very last thing that we do is a shift up. Awesome. So this is an excellent thing to include as possible partial credit in case you make a mistake. I love seeing that you do what I'm teaching, and there you go. So do what I do. Okay. What do we do now? Well, we need to pick some points on the graph, and we're going to walk through the transformations and see where they end up, like that. If you've got a line segment like is on the left, pick the end points. You don't have to pick a bunch of points in the middle like that. If you've got a curve that looks kind of like part of a parabola, it is. Pick the end points, definitely, and then pick a couple of points along the curve just so you can capture the shape. If the graph or the curve or line goes through the corner of the grid, those are definitely the points you should pick. If it doesn't, then do your best approximating like that. But you need to do a couple of them to capture the curviness like that. So you can see the points that I picked. Hopefully you paused the video and picked your own. Maybe you're doing that even though I don't remind you to do that. And now we're going to walk through the transformations one at a time and apply them to these x and y values. And the transformations one at a time only apply to x or y, not both. So if you walk them through one at a time, you should be making fewer mistakes. So the very first is that shift to the left, and there is how the points end up. Again, if I'm clicking too fast, pause and do it on your own. So the next thing that we'll do is the reflection. So pause. How will that affect the points that we have listed there? Oop, you got it right. Awesome. And then our very last thing that we do is the shift up. So how will the points be after you shift up? There you go. And my head is in the way. Hopefully you know how to add 2 to 0, so you know what that point is that I have hidden there. Alrighty. This is also a good idea to include for partial credit if you make some mistakes. So I'm showing you a lot of students just go right to the graph and draw it, and there's something wrong, and I don't know, what's the mistake? You didn't do the show your work. You didn't want the points. Okay, what do we do next? Well, we're going to take those points at the end, and we're just going to plot them and connect the points, connect the dots. You remember that from when you were young? Maybe that's just me, like that. So this is still our original graph on the screen here, and when we plot those points and connect the dots, it should be obvious it's flipped upside down. It's moved to the left, and it's moved up. Now, when you do the flip and the shift, sometimes it's hard to visualize, but it should look like the same thing. And we're done.